said if the governor of Arizona passed the restrictions on abortion bill, I would make a video and tell you all about it. And that is what has happened. Governor Janet Brewer signed the bill. Of course, Planned Parenthood is complaining that women in rural districts won't get the service like they did before. Planned Parenthood is responsible for, does 70 to 80% of all abortions in Arizona. So they have a vested interest in seeing that abortions are available to everybody, rural and in the city. And also I was pleased to see that they have passed the law of lengthening the prison sentence for a late-term abortion. So no late-term abortions will, they're illegal still in Arizona.
I'm not supposed to say anything here, right?
Well, if you can think of something. So, and of course, the restrictions include the...
Well, you mentioned earlier, remember what you said about abortions for everybody?
Right. Oh, well, not men.
Well, there you go. See,
Yes.
gotta be a little more clear on these things, because I was thinking about having one myself.
Yes.
Would that be compared to a vasectomy on a man?
I don't know. But
Okay.
anyway,
Thought I'd ask.
what we've got is the parental consent for underage teens has to be notarized by parents so that they know that the signature is theirs, not a copy. So I'm pretty happy about these restrictions. Now they said that the one restriction might not go, which was on if you're a pharmacist, for example, and you are against abortion, you wouldn't have to sell or distribute the early abortion pill if it was against your principles. But they said that this restriction has been shut down in a circuit court, so this might affect it, so that they won't be able to enforce that. But anyway, they're saying that 22 states have gotten restrictions on abortion, so that Arizona's not the only one. And I have read that there are more people who are voicing the opinion that it isn't all right anymore. That, you know, they're going, it used to be that everyone, there was a lot of feeling that this was something that women wanted, and
What's a lot?
now it's, well, a majority, but now it's more like
51%, what about the other 49%?
well, they're still pro-abortion. So it's gotten smaller. The group that is supporting abortion has gotten smaller, which I think is, why not? I mean, when you've got millions of abortions and you don't find any way to cut back on it, then I think that people is just not very humane, that doesn't stop and think about what's causing all these deaths and whether this is a good way to go and whether we have to have this. So I think that that is a very, very good sign, better sign. I also thought that Obama's efforts to talk to Catholics, like in Rome, he and the Pope have a conversation about abortion. Now, to me, I can't think of any other president, Democratic president, that would have done that. I don't think they would have done that. And also spoke to Notre Dame, because he has registered that Catholics are very upset about FOCA, for example. FOCA, the Freedom of Choice Act, which would wipe out all restrictions on abortion. and he said at Notre Dame that we needed a good rule of conscience part of anything that was passed on abortion. And rule of conscience is that if you don't believe in it, you're not going to be forced to do it. When he indicated that he was going to be flexible on this, and he was going to think of people who do not believe in abortion when he starts to move into this, consider this issue, which he hasn't really done yet. I mean, he's been too busy with the economy, which figures. Also, I wanted to note that in the effort to get a new judge questioned, that would be Sotomayor, and she gets a grilling, and it was noted that there was 3 abortion protesters that were in and out. They were noted, and one of them was Roe, Jane Roe, the one whose case, who thought she should be able to have an abortion in Texas, just as she could in any other state. And this was what made abortion, the Supreme Court established a ruling that made abortion available in every state. And it made it unlawful to forbid or to stop people from giving abortions and stop women from getting them in every state. So she's long been repentant of what that case caused, and has often has expressed the idea of what would have happened if she had done that. Would we have gone on? Would we have gone on just as we had been doing? Some states had passed the law and made it legal, but most of them hadn't. And so she rightfully should question what did happen, because she took that case went to the Supreme Court.
Is this what you read in the paper? Is it just
yes, well, I read it in the paper.
Conjuring up in your mind?
No, I read it before a number of times about
it.
Jane Roe. Well, you probably haven't read about Jane Roe. But
well, I didn't know that she had been contrite for some particular reason.
yeah, she has. She's been contrite.
You showed it to me in black and white.
Well, if you took something, she said that if she'd have even imagined what was going to happen,
up these things.
That was going to happen. Well, I think most pro-life people know about Jane Roe. They know I'd say she's been pro-life for at least 20 years and repentant of the part that she played.
Repentant, oh geez.
Yeah, well, repentant, who wouldn't be? I mean, she decides that she should be allowed to get an abortion in Texas, so she wants to take it to the Supreme Court, for heaven's sake, and then the whole changes, and then we get hundreds of thousands of abortions every year instead of...
Okay, your time's up.
Okay, that's it. Janet Brewer has my vote for signing this bill.